Hey, gorgeous ladies. Welcome back to the show where we serve up Jesus with a side of class and a whole lot of sass. I'm your girl, Britt. And honey, we're about to talk about something that's going to completely transform how you show up in this new season. So you know that feeling when you're scrolling through social media and you see that woman, the one who just radiates elegance. She's not trying too hard. She's not doing the most, but there's something about her that screams expensive, even if she wears Target. Well, baby, that woman is actually you in your new season. And today, we're talking about how Jesus doesn't just save your soul. He elevates your entire existence. We're diving into new season elegance. And trust me, this conversation is about to have you walking a whole lot differently. Let's get into it. So can we talk about how Jesus is the ultimate glow-up artist? Because while the world is out here trying to teach you how to be that girl, Jesus is over here like, baby, let me show you how to be a daughter of the King. Woo! The daughter of a king. See, elegance isn't about having money. Honey, I've seen broke women with more class than billionaires. True elegance comes from knowing who you belong to. When you really understand that you're royalty, not because of what you do, but because of whose you are, everything changes. Your posture changes. Your conversation changes. Your standards change. Even the way you order coffee changes. Because you realize you don't have to perform for approval. You already have it from the one who matters most. Jesus doesn't just redeem your past. Beautiful. He refines your future. Every new season he brings you into comes with a new level of grace. And honey, that grace makes you graceful. When you walk with him, you don't have to try to be elegant. Elegance becomes who you are. So let me tell you what Jesus-centered elegance actually looks like. Because it's not what the world taught you. It's knowing when not to respond. Honey, you don't have to defend yourself to everyone who has an opinion about your life. Jesus stood silent before Pilate. Sometimes the most elegant thing you can do is let your life speak for itself. It's being gracious even when they don't deserve it. Not because you're a pushover, but because you know your worth isn't determined by how others treat you. When you're secure in Christ, you can afford to be generous with grace. It's having standards without being stank about it. You know what you will and won't accept. But you communicate it with such class that even when you're saying no, people still respect you. It's being confident without being cocky. There's a difference between I'm amazing because I'm better than everyone and I'm amazing because God made me amazing. One is arrogance, the other is elegance. It's taking care of yourself because your body is a temple, not a tourist attraction. You dress well, speak well, and carry yourself well. Not for attention, but because you understand stewardship. Real elegance is having the confidence of Christ combined with the humility of knowing it's all His grace. That's what makes a woman absolutely magnetic. Now let's talk about how this new season God has you walking into. Because I know some of y'all are feeling that shift. God doesn't just change your circumstances in a new season. He changes your capacity. The woman you were last season might have settled for less, tolerated disrespect, which we're not about to do anymore, or accepted mediocrity. But the woman you're becoming, she operates differently. You're noticing you don't laugh at the same jokes anymore. Conversations that used to entertain you now feel empty. Spaces that used to feel comfortable now feel too small. People who used to have unlimited access to your time and energy now have to qualify for it. And baby, that's not you being bougie. That's you being biblical. Yep, I said it. Biblical. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new. The elegance of a new season means this. Your no is getting stronger and more graceful. Your standards are rising without apology. Your peace is becoming non-negotiable. Your time is being stewarded like the precious gift it is. Your energy is reserved for what actually matters. Some people are going to call this acting funny. Let them. You're not acting. You're becoming who God always intended you to be. And here's what I love about following Jesus. He gives you the standard for how to move through the world with elegance and power. Look at how Jesus handled criticism. He didn't argue with the Pharisees on every street corner. He said what needed to be said and kept it moving. That's elegant communication, honey. And look at how Jesus treated people. Even when calling out sin, he did it with such love and authority that people were drawn to him, not driven away. That's elegant confrontation. And look at how Jesus handled his calling. He didn't feel the need to prove himself to everyone. He knew his assignment and he stayed focused. That's elegant confidence. See, when you follow Jesus, you don't have to figure out how to be classy. You just have to figure out how to be more like him. His character becomes your character. His grace becomes your grace. And his elegance becomes your elegance. And honey, Jesus was the most elegant person who ever lived. He commanded rooms without raising his voice. He had influence without being controlling. He was confident without being arrogant. He was strong without being harsh. That's your example. That's your standard. When people see you, they should get a glimpse of him through your elegance, your grace, your confidence, and your love. All right, gorgeous. Let's get practical because elegance without action is just aspiration. So here's the words. Stop explaining yourself to death. Elegant women say what they mean clearly and kindly, then let it stand. No is a complete sentence. That doesn't work for me needs no further justification. Your presence. Show up fully wherever you are. Put the phone down. Make eye contact. Listen when people talk. Your attention is a gift. Give it intentionally. Your standards. Know what you will and won't accept and communicate it with grace. You don't have to be mean to have boundaries. You just have to be clear. And your response to drama, because honey, elegant women don't do drama. They resolve it or remove themselves from it. Stop getting in the mud with people who want to wrestle. You've got better things to do in your self-care. Take care of yourself like the temple you are, not for vanity, but for stewardship. Eat well, move your body, rest when you need to, and dress in a way that reflects your worth. Last is your faith. Let Jesus be seen in how you handle pressure, disappointment, and success. Your elegance should point people to him, not to you. And ladies, this isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Every day, ask yourself, how can I reflect Christ's elegance in this moment? Listen, you are entering a season where mediocrity is no longer an option. God is elevating your standards, your discernment, your presence, and your impact. Some people won't understand the woman you're becoming, and that's okay. You're not called to stay small so others can feel comfortable. You're called to reflect the King of Kings. And honey, that comes with a certain level of elegance. So stop apologizing for growing. Stop explaining your standards. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. You are a daughter of the Most High God, and it's time you started moving like it. Jesus didn't die for you to live an average life. He died so you can live an abundant life. And abundance includes elegance, grace, confidence, and the kind of presence that changes rooms when you walk in. So walk into this new season with your head high, your heart full, and your standards higher. You're not just becoming a woman of elegance. You're becoming a woman who reflects Christ's elegance to a world that desperately needs to see it. Ladies, I love you. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see how you show up in this new season. And that's a wrap. I know it was a lot, but I hope it really spoke to you, ladies. And if this blessed you, share it with a sister who needs to step into her elegant era. Subscribe, leave a review, and remember, elegance isn't about being perfect. It's about reflecting the perfect one. I'll see you next week with more Jesus